always a pleasure to show it off at a marathon. So it'll go pretty quick, a lot to explain, but if we're ready, let's go in 3, 2, 1, go. Alrighty, so in this game, Pac-Man just steals moves from other popular video game characters, most notably Sonic and Crash Bandicoot. So he has this rev roll, which is like a spin dash, and then he can zigzag like Crash, except he's more like Crash on HGH or something. So if you've seen a Crash run, you know what zigzagging is. You move faster in diagonal directions, so you alternate diagonals to get that speed boost while traveling in a straight line still. In this game, it's way more pronounced than it is in Crash games, because in this game you can only face in 8 directions as opposed to the full 360-degree range of motion. And even though I'm playing on D-pad, if I was playing on analog, that would still be true. You'd still only get 8 directions. So the zigzagging is substantially more pronounced. Like every gap there is, you're not even supposed to be able to come remotely close to clearing those. But yeah, first level, very quick. Just kind of a tutorial level. So the structure of this game, there are 6 worlds. Each world has a couple platforming levels and then a boss. The bosses in this game they're kind of so we're just not going to fight them. And some levels we're just not going to play either. But we are going to play this level, and we are going to collect items. So these items I'm collecting are actually not required to beat the game, but they actually make the game faster, as I'll explain shortly. So I'm picking up these letters. You can take 3 guesses and guess what I'm trying to spell here. You might get it right, I'm not sure. But every level except for that first one has these 6 Pac-Man letters in it. And when you spell it out, you get to go to a bonus round. And the bonus rounds are, as we'll see, not put together very well. So we will take advantage of that for sure. Coming up, actually, I'm going to go out of bounds. This is as easy as it looks. You can just hold up here and go out of bounds. Like that, as intended as that looked, that is not what you're supposed to do there. Alright, so there's all the letters, woohoo. Now, it's very important that I pick up this key. If I do not get this, beating the game is quite literally impossible. So every world has 1 key in it, and I have to get that to save one of my friends. And that is the requirement to beat the game. If you do not do that, it is the final boss loading zone just straight up doesn't exist. So that is kind of the main goal of this run, is to get all the friends, and that's it. There's no other requirements, so any requirements that the game claims exist, I'm just going to ignore. So here I'm actually just going to quit out of that bonus round, which might seem dumb because why would I access it if I was just going to leave it? But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run over to this level instead. And I don't really like this level, so I'm just going to die immediately. And the game does not expect you to exit level out of the bonus round, and now that level has been completed. So the game does not change the bonus round flag when you quit out of it, and so by entering another level, the game will think that I'm in that level's bonus area instead, and then by dying, which normally would end a bonus round, the game will end the bonus round for that level, despite the fact that I clearly wasn't in it. And it will just instantly take me to the end of level screen, and then just say, oh, that level's been beaten. So that detour I took to pick up the letters took like 30 seconds, and then I just took 5 seconds to beat a 2-minute level. So very much worth it. This level is actually probably way too hard for the third level in the game. If you if you go back on SRL, you'll find a number of blind races where people just got here and quit because they just couldn't beat this level, despite it being in the first world of the game. I am going to pick up a couple extra lives in this level. If you game over in this game, you go back to the title screen, and I'm not going to be saving, so I cannot game over, or it's extremely bad. There's another life here. Spinning around here does absolutely nothing, by the way.
Yeah, I was just wondering that.
No, just keeps the hands warm. So here's Puka. If you've played Dig Dug, you know who this guy is. And so I don't even need to beat this level. I can just save him and instantly leave. And so that boss, we're just not even going to unlock it or fight it. And we're just going to actually platform, because that's way more fun. So you may have noticed on the overworld that this hub only had 2 levels in it before the boss. Every other hub has 3. And this level, as a result, is actually like twice as long as every other level in the game, because it's 2 levels kind of squished together. They kind of took what they had for 1 level and then just kind of tacked it onto the end of this one. Going through this level, I'm going to try not to take damage, because I can save a few seconds if I don't get hit. It's not the biggest deal in the world. Oh, nice. So something you'll see in this game is that the ledge physics are horrible. It is possible to jump too far to grab the ledge and not far enough to make the jump at the same time, in which case you'll just bump the ledge and fall down and die, which is extremely cool. In general, it's better to actually like intentionally aim short on a jump so that you will grab the ledge, as opposed to trying to make it, because there's that weird in-between space where you just won't make it and you'll die. Despite the fact that I died, I'm going to go for this trick that I never get. I'm going to try this one time. Damn. So there's a huge column of water there that you can fall into. It's very hard. I basically never get that, but I thought I'd try it. You end up like down here by falling as opposed to swimming, which is way faster. But you can also zigzag the swimming. You can zigzag everything in this game. So not too much slower to actually just swim it normally. Alrighty, let's see. Get this. Nice, okay. That's not necessary, but it gives me an extra shot at the damage boost at the top of this section, which is way more important. This is the important one here. I got 2 shots at it. That's a horrible setup. Oh, that was bad. Alright, got one more try here. Oh, come on. Damn, okay. So I'm gonna get the checkpoint right here and then death abuse. But because I've died an extra time, I'm gonna get this life here. So I basically have to do this damage boost. It saves over a minute to get this, so even dying on it a few times. There we go. So that saves me from having to lower that platform to get the key. And I can just get it now and then take it through the level. So I'm going to save the Pac-Franker Z here. The good boy. And then he gives me a full health refill, which I will gladly take. And on we go to the next world. So this is the best world in the game, Space World. Always my favorite as a kid. And this level is going to be another one where I grab the Pac-Man letters. Probably a good time if there's any donations or plugs or anything to read.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I was just enthralled by this gameplay. All right, we have a few donations here. So we have $20 from Pitchy, who just says Pac is back, and put this to saving Octocon, the Canon Yao End. We also have $50 from Zando Toaster, who just says Pac Attack.
Thanks, Zando. If you got any more, you can keep going. Oh, there's another mechanic I haven't mentioned. You can throw dots to break stuff, and it's faster than bouncing on them. So I'll be using that in any level where I can pick up dots reasonably easily, which is almost every single one. So here's a neat little skip. This wall is very buggy, and I can bounce on it to get behind this door. And then I can do that exact same thing again to get over this wall. Well, this guy's giving me a good spot. I might be able to jump off of him. Nice. So I got all the Pac-Man letters in that level, so it's going to take me to another bonus round here that I'm going to instantly leave. And now the next level is, this is the only like place where it's just do not die under any circumstances or I will lose a million years here. So because I currently have the state where if I die, I will instantly beat the level I'm in, and I don't want to do that here. So if I do that, not only will I beat this level without wanting to, but then I will not have the state where I will instantly beat any level I die in. So it is very important that I do not die here. If I was a psychopath, I would actually just jump that gap, but no. You can save like 2 seconds or lose 3 minutes. Not a good trade. IMO. So you're supposed to use that elevator to go up and down this section, but you can just platform your way up and then fall down, get the key, and then platform your way back up again. There we go. This is Professor Pac. And I have 0 health here, which is intentional, because I'm going to want a death abuse, and it will be quicker if I have no health. Coming up here, the first major skip of the run, this wall has not disappeared because I haven't beaten every level in the game so far. But surprisingly, this wall is optional if you try hard enough. So we're going to try very hard and make this wall optional. And there you go. So that skip saves like, I don't know, 5 minutes or something, because I can, because I skipped 3 bosses and like 3-ish levels, and then because I have no health, I can jump into this enemy and die instantly. And again, I still had the if you die, you beat a level state active, so I just skipped this one. Alright, so now we get the funhouse levels. These levels are anything but fun. These are the worst levels in the game casually for sure, because again, casually you're not zigzagging, and all these rotating platforms just make for nightmarish physics. Plus all these like creepy looking enemies that just laugh at you every time they get near you are just really obnoxious and annoying. But this is again another level where I'm going to get the Pac-Man letters, because then I can skip another level with it. If you notice that like little funhouse mirror I ran past, I'm going to show off a funny glitch at the end of this level that involves that. So, or one of those rather. That was really good. Any room with stairs in this game, much like Spyro, is really awkward to do quickly because you're not suited to moving in that way. So again, zigzagging is just extremely overpowered in that I can just jump to this set of stairs without lowering it. Alright, so I'm going to show a little something off here. Be a little harder with this camera, but... Okay. But if you get inside the trick mirror, then the actual Pac-Man model is the one that gets distorted, so you can get like all sorts of funky, you get all sorts of funky, funky animations, and then you can just run back through the mirror and beat the level. Funny enough, if you do that in the other mirror, the first one here, you just get stuck. It doesn't. You soft lock in there. And we'll just leave that bonus again because I'm going to skip another level. This next level I'm skipping is one of the longer levels in the game. It has good music, but we're just going to immediately kill ourselves because that's way faster. Alright, next level has one of the more annoying tricks in the game, which used to be extremely easy, but the extremely easy way of doing this trick involved opening the disc tray on the console, and so that is no longer allowed for obvious reasons. So now you have to do this other strat, and this other strat just doesn't work, so hopefully it goes reasonably well, we'll see. And this trick saves like at least a minute and a half over doing the intended way through this level, because this level is probably the most convoluted casually. There's a lot of swimming and puzzles, and because of how this game works with items, it's very easy to like lock yourself out of 100%ing the level. So we're just gonna ignore all of those parts of the level. We're gonna go over here to this bell door, my arch nemesis, and we're just gonna walk through it. This is gonna be my plan here. Okay, that's not gonna work. Okay. Nice. Again, really. It's actually reasonably uncommon to get stuck like that. I did it twice in a row. Not bad. Come on, Pac-Man, I believe. Maybe not. There we go. Nice. So I want to avoid this checkpoint because I want to get this item and death abuse back. If you backtrack, the water in this room rises, and it's faster to die and then just jump over here than it is to swim all the way back. Alright, now back to the funhouse. This is probably the hardest level in the game in a speedrun, just because there's a lot of rotating platforms, not a lot of checkpoints, and a lot of hazards. There's just a lot going on here. Also, the gravity when you're over these sections is like times 100 for no reason. As you'll see, I just fell there extremely quickly. And over every section like that, the gravity does that. I don't know why, but it makes the game way harder. So we're gonna have this thing come over so I can get this metal power up, which will make this next section substantially easier. And then we're just gonna clip through the floor here. Easy. So again, the metal power up lets me run across those hot spots without paying attention. I can just go fast. The runners of the remake are in shambles of how that ramp actually worked. In the remake of this game, the ramps are absolutely horrible and will just kill you even if you line up perfectly on them. So fortunately, they work pretty well in this game. So I'm going to try like a funky 3D jump here to skip this section. Reasonably precise. Let's see if we can pull it off. Nice. So that skips going towards the camera and then backtracking. And then just skips a couple passes across this platform. And then I grab that checkpoint so I can death the beast back over. And hopefully do not forget this item, which is extremely easy to do if you're not careful. There we go. So this the very last set of platforms here is the main reason I'm playing the US version. So that they rotate around faster, which means I don't have to wait to do this and get on top of the last section. And that lets me just jump across without stopping. That's pretty good level there. Alright, now we have Spin Dizzy. This level is actually substantially easier in a speedrun because you skip all of the triggers to make the hard stuff hard. Which is mainly making platforms rotate, so you can skip a lot of that with some creative platforming and zigzag abuse. So first I'm going to do that here. I'm going to jump around this Pac-Man shaped platform. And my life count is lower than I want it to be, so I'm actually going to try and make this jump back, which is reasonably hard. I'm dead. Oh, I made it. Okay, sweet. That's a really easy jump to like bump the edge of the elevator and die. So I'm getting the letters in this level again because I'm going to skip another level. If I was going for a world record, I would actually gotten the letters in the previous level and then had to play this entire level without dying, which is faster, but is an extremely bad idea in a marathon and only saves like 20 seconds, so it's extremely not worth it. So this section I'm going to skip by going out of bounds. This is as easy as it looks. You can just grab the back wall here, jump around this little invisible wall, and then you can just fall down here and skip all that. Interesting. I didn't even touch the ground under that thing. I zigzagged a little too hard there. Words very rarely spoken. Yeah, that's what was supposed to happen. Here we go. So that lemon I grabbed earlier in the level, I can just use there. You're supposed to use a different lemon on that door, but that first lemon door only has an extra life behind it, so I don't need that. Alright, this is an extremely good wall here. Just doesn't exist. And here's some really good checkpoint design. Anyone interested in game design, just put 2 right on top of each other. Another good wall there. Somehow shot that guy 3 times and missed all 3 times despite being right behind him, but okay. No biggie. So this is baby Pac-Man. I've totally obscured the view so you can't actually see him, but that's who it is, trust me. Alright, so coming up we have probably the hardest single trick in this run. Similar to that wall that I jumped around earlier, there's a gate that blocks off the last world if you don't beat every level in Worlds 4 and 5. And I'm going to jump around that, except this is substantially harder to do because you have to do a lot more out-of-bounds movement on very narrow out-of-bounds platforms, or collision rather. This is intentional. If I don't do that, I would have crashed the game. So now I can try. Now I can try that again. That was almost like the quickest skip ever. I got the clip so fast. All right, take 2. I'm in bounds. All right, let's try again. I have no idea how I didn't die there. All right, there we go.
Nice.
Yeah, so if I had not held pause there, when I respawned in, the game would have just frozen after about a second. So it was very important that I did that backup strat there. Otherwise, we would have been in some big trouble. But now we're in the final world. We're rapidly approaching the end of the game here. We're in the mansion world now. These are kind of the spooky levels here. So I'm going to skip into this little underground section here. Maybe. Maybe. There we go. It should work. Nice. Obviously unintended getting down here this way. And then I'm going to use this chrome power-up in this upcoming section and just skip under these crusher things, which is substantially faster and easier than just waiting them out. Okay, I don't know what I rolled off of there, but nice swag roll, I guess. So I'm going to skip back here to get this key, and then use this enemy to get back out. How did that hit me? Alrighty. No health is not great, but there's a ton of health in the next level. That's one of the other differences with the US version is your health carries between levels, and on the Japanese version it gets refilled every level. Which doesn't really matter for this run. It's actually kind of worse for the Japanese version because it's harder to set up the no health death abuse for skipping a level because your health just gets refilled. So you have to just intentionally tank more damage somewhere. This level is a really bad offender for depth perception. They fixed the camera on a lot of other versions, but on this version the camera stays exactly where it is here. And this jump in particular is extremely hard because you cannot tell where that cloud is relative to the the foreground or the background, so you'll just attempt that jump and die and be extremely confused. One more big skip here to just jump around this door. So now we save Miss Pac-Man. She gives us a smooch. And now it's time for the final boss. So again, it's not even necessary to beat the level before the final boss. Like once all the friends are saved, the requirement to fight him is met. Alright, so this guy has 3 phases. First one, he throws dots at me, and then I throw them back at him. And so I'm okay. Or he throws no dots, which can happen. It is very unfortunate. All right, try again, Pac-Man, I believe. Okay, I'm not trying to get those dots way out over the edge. That's a losing play. Really? To this day, I've not figured out why he doesn't shoot no dots when he does. Okay. Now for this phase, I have to bounce on his head. The trapezoids on the floor are supposed to pop up as stairs, but his hitbox is big enough that you can just hit him from the floor. Like that. I guess I'm going this way. In this fight, your friends also refill your health, so it's extremely hard to die from taking too much damage. It's easy to die from other things, but not from getting hit a bunch. Alright, this is the hit of truth. This is the one where he can just kill me. He tried a little bit. Alright, so this strat where you rev into him before he attacks you, I found in the Let's Play, which is very epic. I almost died there. So, get ready on time, by the way. And time. Looks like a mid-33 or something. 33-17, not bad. Alright, so now you get to watch the greatest cutscene in gaming. So I'll just be silent here.
It's so unfair. You ruined everything. Nobody loves a ghost.
No mercy whatsoever. Yeah, so that's Pac-Man World. Hope you guys enjoyed. I always love running this game at marathons. I've been running this game for like 8 years at this point, and it's always fun to break it out. If you want to learn the game, just shoot me a DM. I'd be happy to help. There are a decent amount of resources for this. A couple good marathon runs that I've done over the years that have pretty good explanations of everything that's going on. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Again, thanks for having me. And there's a lot more awesome PlayStation action coming throughout the day today, so stay tuned, keep donating, and until next time, peace.
Yep. I probably should sign off as a host. Yep. Alright, ASM, my time on the mic is finished, but for now I'll be handing you over to the capable hands of Neo _. So have a great day, and I will see you later. Bye.
Hello, I am Neo _. I'll be your host for the next couple of hours. Just while we're setting up, we have received a few donations. We have $5 from Stylenite, who says, "Consider this my share of a prototype ASM After Dark production expenses. Best of luck to Joester, as I watch intently from the Kururin chamber." Unfortunately, Stylenite did miss that run a bit too late. We have $10 from Clock District, who says, "Pack attack." Also too late, unfortunately. Run's gone. Put this towards cricket gear. Thank you for the cricket gear donation. We have $50 from Flynn, who says, "Go Bills." Don't know who that is. And we have $20 from Nace, filling in for Worcester, who says, "Let's go Joe, Pack Attack." Thank you very much. Alright everyone, we're all ready to go with F-Zero GX, run by Baffy. We've had a $5 donation. Wishing good luck to Baffy from Fibat as well. Take it away.